As we can see, we're not going to have probably comms. So anyway, this is gold, right? Yeah, it's gold. Okay, let's just play a little bit in front. Okay, Rialto attack gold. The date is end of September 2019. Right now, Sigma is being released for a couple of weeks. The meta in higher ranks is with Orisa and Sigma. This is gold. As I said, in all the unranked 2 GMs I've done or all the other VOD reviews, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're playing in gold or plat as long as you're good. So I'm not going to go in depth about compositions. Who gives a fuck what you're playing as long as you're positioning yourself perfect. And you're playing perfect. Although, in this case, when I'm going to talk about you playing Ana, I'm going to talk on what you want to achieve with your team and what you're going to try to find weaknesses into the enemy team's composition and try to speculate those weaknesses by landing big antis, big sleeps, and stuff like that. So, I'm going full-time capsule time style because maybe people watch the VOD in 2 months, 3 months, and maybe we have dive being played. So you don't know, maybe people will check out the VODs after. This is why I'm saying the day that the VOD is being recorded. Because usually we upload the VODs in a week or 2. Anyway, back to this. So 16 minutes game, Rialto, gold. You're playing Ana, having McCree, Sigma, Hanzo, Mercy, Winston. In this case, number one thing I want to highlight is who you want to look for nanos. You kind of want to nano almost non-stop the Winston when he goes in. Problem is, against this comp, Winston's going to have quite a hard job. Although, let's take into account the CC that I have. They have Ana Sleep Dart, they have Orisa Pool, and that's about the only CC that I have. In this case, I would, when you have Nano, look for Nano to the Winston. Even if he jumps over there, if the Winston's not completely stupid, he'll probably try to kite out of it. If possible, try to wait for the Orisa Pool or for the Sleep Dart to go in when you're playing with the dive tank against a team that wants to hold together, because if you nano a dive tank with the team that wants to hold together, as this team wants to play around the back, he's going to get melted instantly. The problem to that is, for this team, is the amount of crowd control they have, and this being gold. You can nano the Winston jump in, they're probably not going to keep the Sleep Dart and the Orisa Pool for it. But so you know, if you nano the Winston and he dies a lot, probably swap the nano target. Now the problem is, Nano Mercy does absolutely close to nothing into this. Nano Hanzo, close to nothing. Only if Hanzo goes for a flank you can nano him. So this is 1. This is 2. Nano Sigma is close to useless. I would say keep the nano for Sigma only if you're about to lose the fight, or you want to throw the nano, or you want to save him, not as a primary engage tool to nano the Sigma. Because as I stated in the previous VODs, the nano applied to Sigma only increases the initial damage that you lift them up from 50 to 75 damage. It does not increase the percentage they will take when they drop down. So it will not increase from 50% max health to 75%. So again, look for a nano on Winston, on Hanzo if he goes for a flank, and if there's no shield, maybe look for a nano to McCree. Now, this being gold, you're probably going to nano random targets. Let's see how this is going to go. Sometimes you can even nano a Mercy that is Valkyrie and goes aggro. But ideally, you want to look for a nano to the Winston after they use their CC. CC stands for crowd control, for stuns, for people that are unaware. There are 2 types of crowd controls or stuns. They're called hard CC or soft CC. Hard CC means hard crowd control, which essentially stuns you and makes you incapable of doing anything in that time. I'm going over very basic things because right now this is, again, gold. So maybe some people don't know. So hard CC is McCree stun, Ana Sleep Dart. You can't do anything in that. You can't play the game. You can literally, when you get flashbang, when you get slapped by an Ana, you can lift the mouse, you can get the keyboard, you can smack it, you can pet your cat. When the CC is over, when the CC is over, you can move again, right? But there are also sub-CCs. Sub-CCs, for example, is an Orisa Pool, which pulls you back to the place. You can still do certain actions, but you don't get stunned. Another one, a hybrid CC is, for example, when Mei starts freezing you. So Mei starts freezing you, and then it becomes a hard CC if she goes with the full freeze, slows and stuff like that. So it's very important to understand what crowd control is. The more you're going to play, the more you're going to come across different concepts. And one thing I want to highlight for people, especially that are in gold and low ratings, it's okay to ask. Okay, a lot of people get into GM even, and they come in chat and go what's crowd control or what's a stun or stuff like that, you know? I mean, not what's a stun, but still basic terms that you hear. So I hope I clarified the difference between hard crowd control and soft crowd control. Now let's play the VOD. One thing, I know you swapped from console to PC, so you might be very slow how you move. But in this case, when you pick here, for people that are unaware, usually the higher you go up in ranked, the more understandable you need to be, the more knowledge you need to attribute to knowing where the Widow or Hanzo will pick early in the game, because you don't know if they have Widow or Hanzo. You can see the enemy team come 15 seconds in. But this is a pixel on the bridge over here where the Widow can see you in the beginning. So if you want to pick top left, be careful not to stay still this much or just check this corner with your eye. Otherwise, you're going to get headshotted by a Hanzo or a Widow, especially a Smurf. This is how Smurfs usually rank up. Like, you just go for cheeky angles that nobody checks. You stayed here like 1 second scoped in. I understand, excuse me. But you could have moved. You could have maybe looked for a sleep dart here early or just dropped to the left side. Because like, see how much you stayed here? This was an easy lined up headshot. Okay, so careful about this. This is like the bridge. And I'm going to show you. Wait, I'm going to remove the chat from in-game. What the fuck? Let me show you. 1 second, just so you know. So you see what I'm talking about. The more map knowledge you have, the more less surprised you will be when a Widow Smurf will kill you and stuff like that. It just matters that you need to understand the angles from which you're getting killed. A lot of people, like, if you're in gold or if you're in silver, you need to swallow your pride, so to say. You're not good, you're learning, so yeah. Let me put movement speed actually. Boom. Where's the movement speed? Movement speed, okay, perfect. Let me go on defense and show you. Every little map trick you add, everything you add will help you become a better player. Even this angle, okay? So when you die, always look where you got killed from. So you see, this angle over here, Widows usually go for this or they just pick over here at the bridge. So always be careful, alright? So wait, I'll show you on the other side. I didn't put 0 cooldowns. Anyway, you understand, it's over there. Let's hop back into the VOD. Wait, let me mute this. Professional streamer, by the way, Kappa. Here, same thing. When you peek, I think I've explained this on all low SR VOD reviews. So, it's about the angle of damage or the angle of exposure that you're facing in order for the enemy to do something to you. So, right now when you peek, I'll show you.
Watching tour streams and YouTube videos have helped me rank up from gold to almost diamond in the last 2 seasons. You're freaking awesome. I need to see some Olaf though.
Here's Olaf. When you peek here, you're exposed from high ground and get exposed from this angle and maybe exposed from this angle as well. Want me to lower the webcam a bit? A bit. Alright, so Olaf can see. Olaf's going to participate in this VOD review. So again, like, it's about the amount of exposure you have. You want as much as possible to just check out the corner. So, in case you would want to pick this, let me go here. In case you would want to pick this, you should do it like this. Probably going to see this a lot in this gold VOD review. I don't think I've talked about this in the recent VODs, so this might be new to some people. So wait, like, you want to pick this, stop. Pick this corner. Pick this corner, then move. Then move. Like here, you stop for a second. But now when you pick, you like pick too much, so to say. When you pick in long ranges, like in stuff like this, especially because you don't see the enemy team come, because you can see the enemy team come 15 seconds in, you might get headshotted by somebody. And this is where the snowball effect comes in, especially in gold, because they're unaware of the term regroup and everybody plays from themselves. This is what's going to happen. I know people will be here and go like, bro, you already have been saying the same thing for like 10 seconds of the VOD for 15 minutes. Yeah, but this is the snowball effect that's going to happen. If you pick this and there's a Widow hiding here, boom, headshot. Takes you 10 seconds to respawn. In these 10 seconds, your team will only have soft heals from Mercy. Winston might dive in. Winston's already on the left side, right? If somebody dies right now, Mercy can get the rest and you're going to regroup. They're going to add to the stagger. So, So let me make it a simpler example. You die at 350. You respawn at 340. Plus, let's say, time to walk. Let's say TTW. Okay? Time to walk back to the fight, which should take you roughly 5 seconds to see the payload. So you're already at 335. Your team has 335. But then, your Winston dies at 342. He only had Mercy heals. Mercy can't get to the Winston because you died early because you picked too wide and didn't make sure that you're going to be alive. And Winston dies at 342. 342. So that means 342 minus 10 seconds, so to say. That means he respawns at 333. Plus time to walk back, 5 seconds. So that's 327. So he comes back at 327. And now, just because you died, that creates like a snowball effect. You die, Winston dies.
No.
And then, you know what happens? Hanzo dies. Hanzo dies when Winston is about to respawn. Hanzo dies at 327. Same thing. Minus 10, I'm just going to write it like this with arrow. 317 plus time to walk back. Like it's going to be a snowball effect. Like your team is going to die one by one by one by one, and the first team fight you're going to have, you will probably be at 2 minutes in. When you're going to have the first team fight at 2 minutes in, they're already going to have ults, and you'll probably have ults in the last minute. If you don't get in the last push, this is why a lot of the times it happens that you always cap the point in the first push, right? Because in the last push, I mean, because the enemy, you stagger up until 3 minutes. The enemy has ultimates. They're going to win when you eventually will regroup 2 minutes in. And in the last minute, they probably fucked up their ult economy. You're going to have your ults because you're going to passively farm them. And of course, you're not going to die instantly. You're going to do some damage to them. You're going to heal them up. So you're probably going to cap with 30 seconds remaining. But that just means that the payload will be pushed from here to here. Okay? So this is why I'm insisting a ton on this. Like when you want to peek, you want to peek just a little bit. I'll give, for the sake of the example, I'll go on Hanamura, not on this map, okay? Just for the sake of the example, because this is very important to understand, especially for people on console. Because, like, if you saw from console to PC, on console, you can't pick corners that well from what I know. But on PC, you need to have, like, very good hand-eye coordination, and you need to, like, understand how much you should pick in order to be exposed. To not be exposed, I mean. Let me put this in skirmish. And let's do this. So, Hanamura is the best example for this. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you swap from console, or whatever, you're a player, okay? The team fight is going on. You have a Widow, top right, over here, like you're defending. The enemy Widow is top right. Your team is over here. So you have 5 people here versus the enemy team that comes over here as well. Also 5 people, right? So they're 5 versus 5. Obviously, you're not going to pick like this to heal up the team, right? Because you're going to be exposed, you know? So, this translates to the other examples as well. Let's say you wanna check every corner. You check, I have 500 movement speed, so this is going to be hard. You check this corner, you check this corner. Then you check lower left corner. Then you check top left corner. Then you check this window. Then you check main. Then you check this. And then you can eventually peek, so to say. I'm going on the main section when you're attacking. Same thing, dude. A lot of Vanas, like, let's say you want to pick this. You pick this. You can't see them. You pick this. Then 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 you pick this. And when you pick here, like when you're exposed from both high ground or from both there and there, like you have 2 angles to cover at the same time, you wanna like crouch spam or just make sure to AD strafe properly. Like let's say you have somebody fighting over here and somebody fighting over there. Obviously you're going to use this wall to like block the vision of the Widow that's holding you here to 1v1 Diana. But what I'm trying to say is be very cautious how much of the body, or how much you show yourself. If you're playing healer and you're the first one to die, you'll probably use the team fight. Especially if you're playing Ana and your team is playing with Lucio or Mercy or stuff like that. Because they cannot cover for the lack of healing that you will, so to say, provide in a negative way if you're dead. right? So you want to be as safe as possible. You want to walk over here in the gate. Don't just walk like this full Pepega. They can see you from left, from main, from right side. You just want to peek just a bit, just a bit, just a bit. This is a concept that is usually used in FPSs, and I've seen that people that have a MOBA background don't apply it correctly or struggle with applying it. And also people that swap from console, because you're not used to like pressing just a little bit of the key. Now let's continue. Wait, let me put this. Just shoot the shield, exactly, no problem. But again, like, move for a bit. There's no necessity for you to stay scoped in here. If you stay scoped in, you might focus a little bit too much on the shield, and maybe there will be somebody peeking around here or around here, and then you're dead. You know? Like, the shield is not going to move. It's good that you're spamming the shield, so that's very good. A lot of Annas go like, but I want to have 80% accuracy, baby rage. Yeah, fuck no. Against shields, if you have nothing else to do, just shoot the shield. You can shoot the shield doing unscoped shots, right? Because it's not going to move. Two of your tanks died. Anyway, here be careful with how you're going to pick. In this case, you can see, you know, the enemy team comp, they have nothing to one-shot you at long range, so it's okay to pick like this. Nobody can like kill you. The only thing you need to keep an eye out for is Diana sleep tagged, because you can get slept and then you can get killed eventually. That's about it. The rest will only do just a little bit of damage to you if you're not you should have enough time to retreat back into cover. Good that you're waiting. We can see that you watch games, you understand the concept of regrouping, so you don't need to cover that. You're being patient, you're waiting for your team. That's good. Here, same thing. Look. Like you walk here. Look how exposed you are. Even if you walk in front. Like walking in front gives you more movement speed than walking backwards in Overwatch, so you want to get here fast. I understand that, but at the same time, if there's an angle that you can see, look there. Maybe the Orisa is AFK, or wait, you can't even see because of my webcam. Let me close it 1 second. Okay, maybe the shield over here like drops and you can slip back the bastion, or you can throw a nade early, you know, instead of just like walking in front. Let me play it back a bit. So you like walk and you don't even look to the right side. To be honest, Bastion's gun was sticking out here just a bit. The way you can tell is if this is shinier than the rest of his body. If his body is being shielded, the shield... Wait, I'm talking to myself. But anyway, you can see. Like, this is like kind of like behind the shield and this is not behind the shield, right? So, if his body is the color that it should be, then he's sticking outside of the shield with his barrel and he can slip back the barrel. If he's being like full transparent, so to say, because he's being covered by the shield, you can look for a slip back. But in this case, this was a free slip back onto Bastion. Like, see, he's sticking with his... Wait, let me close the webcam again. He's sticking outside with his gun. So like when you walk, check every possible angle and maybe you can look for a cheeky slip back or for a nade. Okay? Everything matters. Every action you do. Walk here. It's a good angle that you took, by the way, instead of going here. I'm impressed. A gold player should not take this angle, at least from my knowledge. So this is good. That you understand that staying behind the pylon won't do anything. It's almost impossible to look for a good nade there. Like, wait. You can look for a nade actually on top of here, but this is a bit too advanced for gold. This being gold, I'm going to try and enforce things to do for you at the skill level you already have. I'm not going to talk of what the GM player would do and stuff like that. But you being a gold player in this case, this nade is kind of hard to line up. You need to walk over here in front, crouch and try to throw the nade over here and you're probably not going to do anything. Your primary goal right now, to be honest, should be just trying to heal up your teammates as much as possible and try to look for a cheeky nade. What you can do though, instead of trying to nade above the shield or stuff like that, Orisa's shield comes like this, right? They're playing with Orisa, right? And with Zarya, so you can play around that. Orisa's shield goes like this. Like over here, Orisa's shield is like this, right? So this means you can nade to the left side or to the right side of the shield. In this case, you're free over here. You can throw the nade to the left side rather than straight up in front of the shield, right? So this like you can get the nade onto Orisa. Probably not on Bastion because he's going to be in the middle of the shield, but on Orisa you can get it for sure. The complicated version would be to nade here. I don't think you would nade the Bastion, like the distance is too big. I would also, like, if this would be me, I would look for a nade over here. Or I would go with a balls deep flank onto the left side, but I'm talking about the current skill set that you have and what you can do. I can see the console movement. From a player like you, all I can... The entire VOD would probably, like, you move in a very console-ish way, so to say. You need to get more used to playing in this. Anyway, exposing yourself a bit too much so you take some trash damage. Every little bit of trash damage, as in damage that can't kill you and just tickles you, so to say, will eventually force an ability out of you or a call or force you out of position. If you let the Bastion hit you for 10 damage or Orisa for 20 damage, Zarya with a right click, you're 100 HP, you will eventually debate if you should use the nade on yourself or not. By closing the angles, as I said, peeking not that wide but just a little bit, you should be able to not be forced to use the nade on yourself and stuff like that. So, get the kill onto the Reaper. Over here, wait, let me play this actually. You're healing them up. By the way, one thing that I want to be very honest with you, a lot of players in gold just feed non-stop. You're not feeding. You understand the way to play the game to regroup. Currently, mechanical wise and how cocky you are, so to say, or how confident you are in your abilities, you're just being a heal bot, which is the first step into becoming a better player. So you're just waiting up with your team. That's good. It's just staying in the back. I hope you saw the Reaper. Oh, this is awareness. Oh my god, this looks so gold, dude. I swear. So, mechanically speaking, in this case, heal up the Reaper once with the mouse. Drag the mouse down. Heal up the Reaper before he drops behind the shield. Mercy once, Reaper once, Mercy once. I'm going to play it again in slow motion because I'm going to say what I would have done. But this requires you to be very fast. So, wait, let me play it from here. Reaper drops, heal him once. Flick your mouse to heal him once. Your Diva's full HP doesn't need healing. Behind the shield, unlucky. The shot, okay, understandable. Over here, he's still past the shield. Shoot the Mercy once. She's hiding, you can't heal her. Shoot the Reaper again here. Over here, drag your mouse down instead of shooting the Zarya. Then shoot the Mercy once. Then maybe shoot the Reaper again once. Shoot the Mercy once. You just need to be faster, so to say. Just need to be faster. I'm going to explain at the end of the VOD training drills to make you play faster. I understand the limitations that you have, by the way. So, like, it's hard playing on console and then swapping to mouse and keyboard. I understand that it's hard. If you played all your life, then yeah, it's hard. When you see somebody, a small tip, when you see somebody that's standing still, always open with a sleep dart. They're probably FK or alt tab, you're in gold, right? Probably alt tab, you see, he starts moving after you do one shot, like alt tabs back in. Just throw a sleep dart at somebody standing still. And then you might call it out. This case, if you want to pocket a Bastion that doesn't have a shield or you want to heal them up, there's a small healing combo you can do. I'll hop in game. So, on that particular distance, scoped in shots have 0 value. Bastion is staying still and you're very close to your teammate. You're not under any pressure. So if you know how it is? It's like you throw scoped in shots if you're very close range. Like, look, sometimes you feel like missing. Like, but if the bot is still, then you shouldn't do this. Most of the times. Like, the bot will not move. Number one thing. Second thing. There's a burst healing combo with Ana, especially over there with Bastion. He really needed it. Do an unscope shot, nade, and continue doing it with unscope. I'll show you the animation cancel. You can left click and throw the nade and it will come out instantly. Instantly, right? I'm going to wait for the nade cooldown. If you just heal them up like this is very slow. You shoot slower, when you're scoped in than if you're unscoped. The bullets will hit for sure, but if you want to pocket somebody, want to get them high HP as fast as possible, this is the most efficient way. Unscope shot, nade, and then continue healing them up instantly. Compared to just like doing this. Wait. Let me pocket this bot when he's low HP, and you'll see. So you're essentially healing up the Bastion like this. Right? Compared to, let me get him low HP. Compared to healing him up like this. Very low. Full HP. Understand? Like this is the, maybe like, I guess people don't know about this. I'm not covering this thing. Like for me, it's like common knowledge, but I don't think a lot of people have discussed about this healing combo, so to say. This is how you heal people up insanely fast. Unscope shot, nade, keep unscope shots. That's it. Instead of just doing this. Also, when you shoot, don't stand still. Mechanically speaking. You're on, like, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know how much you could move on console. I've never played on console Overwatch. I think, like, you're shooting like this. And then you're moving. You can move while shooting. Always move. Never stand still. Never stand still. Always move. You wanna heal them up, press the crouch button. Don't jump that much. Like, just crouch, dodge shots. You know, like constantly move. The way you're playing is literally like this. See? Like this is slow. Move, move, move. You move slower if you stay scoped in, but that's still better than standing still, right? That's still better. Like see, theoretically speaking, see how easy it is for me to hit that bot, but now this bot becomes a bit more complicated with movement. Same like with staying scoped in. Also, if you want to avoid getting shot, to be honest, you can crouch spam. Like if you move like this, yeah, you can move and be less predictable, right? But you can also like crouch from time to time if you really want to stay scoped in. Third thing I want to cover for you, for a New York player on mouse and keyboard, is, I forgot. Fuck. Oh yeah, AD strafing. I don't know how much people know this or do this on console, but it's called AD strafing, which means if you're using A and D as your left and right movement, right? So if you try to dodge somebody by walking into a straight line, the crosshair doesn't need to move, right? So imagine this bot moving straight in front, right? Like your crosshair will be here, you'll eventually will move up and down just a little bit, probably from the head, but you will still be able to hit them. If you wanna be able to like dodge constantly, it's about move to the right, move to the left, move to the right, move to the left, move to the right, move to the left. And this is how people in gold, silver, or even in plat don't understand about card spamming. Let's say you can card spamming, AD strafing. Let's say you can do from this to this, right? You need to move from this direction to this direction. They move in the same pattern. They go like, oh, somebody told me to do AD strafing, right? AD, AD, AD. So this means I can track Li. You know, it's very easy. You need to move unpredictable. And then you go like, I understand. I need to press the keys faster. AD. This is still predictable. Also, people in high rank struggle with this. Is predictable, my friend. You need to go like this will sound very weird, but still. AD. You know, like unpredictable. Like you yourself don't even know what the fuck you're doing. And to add to that, crouch from time to time. Crouch, like if you jump, it's more predictable. So if you jump, the crosshair will eventually be placed over here. If you jump, you're going to shoot his feet, right? Because like he's going to move his feet straight up. But if you crouch and he puts the crosshair at your head will be here. So this is why you crouch rather than just jump, as in dodging shots. Because this is what I'm seeing. You swapped again from console to PC and you're playing slow. You're playing slow. Move. Your fingers should move constantly. You know, you should be able to do whatever you want with your fingers. Like your fingers should move constantly.
Keep up the great content.
Another thing, mechanically speaking, but I will not go in depth about this in the VOD review because we will probably link this in the description about quickscopes. Eventually, when you're going, if you want to play Ana at higher ranks, or in general you want to grind with Ana, you need to learn how to do these shots, how to do quickscopes. Most of the shots you had to take, you could do unscoped, you could do scoped in, but you could have done a couple of quickscopes. The reason why you want to do quickscopes, unscoped shots are projectile based, so if your teammates move, like let's say this, if this bot moves, then I will probably miss it, you know, like even though my crosshair was on him originally, I will miss it. But if I stay scoped in shots are hit scan, like where I'm shooting, that's where it is going to go. If you want to heal up fast, unscoped shots have a faster fire rate by 0.15 milliseconds, if I'm not mistaken. Might be different, but from a certain distance, unscoped shots are faster than scoped in shots are faster than unscoped shots, because unscoped shots, being a projectile, they have a travel time, kind of like Farah rocket. So Farah's rocket, from here to here, you see how much it takes to land there? Same with unscoped shots. They take some time to land. So from a certain distance, long distances, you're better off doing scoped in shots, because you're going to do them instantly, rather than just throw a fucking Farah rocket, right? But you can... The problem with staying scoped in, there are two problems. First problem is when you stay scoped in, it leaves a trail. You know, if it leaves a trail, then your teammate, the enemy knows who you're shooting at. Most of the times, if you're in low ranks, that doesn't matter, the trail. But it can give away your position. Second to that, the problem with doing scoped in shots is you move slower. Your movement speed is being decreased. The way you get away with that is if you do quick scopes. If you do them perfectly, you should almost never even feel that you're dropping like in movement, so to say. For people that want to learn more about how to do quickscope, I'm guiding you towards my quickscope videos on YouTube. This would take 15 minutes, so I'm not going to cover it now. But this is how you cover the problem of staying scoped in and shooting too much. You can stay scoped in and move, or you can learn how to quickscope and do this. Right? Let me close the sound and then hop back into the VOD. Boom. Color of the sleep dart. I can't even remember, dude. I just color trail of the sleep dart. I think it's yellow. I don't know. If you ask me specific things like that, I have absolutely no clue. On the spot, I play by instinct. Oh, this is a nice smoothie. Wow. Already dancing with Orisa. Alright, let's play this 1v1. So, let me see this. Passion setting up. Unscope shot, nade, unscope, then you have nano, you can nano him. Rather than letting him die. Start walking back. Now you need to be decisive. You don't have any cover. You as a support need to look for cover. You're either going to hug this side or hug this side over here. All of your problems would have been fixed if you would have played from here. Let me play. Playing from here. Good. Being passive. Waiting for your team to regroup. But like, you're always in the open. Like, you need to think. This is how you play, dude. This is the map. This is my spot. This is the map. This is my spot. This is the map. This is my spot. Not, this is the map. Where the fuck do I go? Where the fuck am I? You know? Like, you always need to have like a preset plan, so to say. As in, always have a wall. The walls are your best friends for cover. Walls or shields. So I'm going to play this, for example. Let me see your HP. See? The chip damage that I was talking about you peeking and taking a little bit of damage. Look what it did to you. You were forced to use the nade because you realized that Mercy wasn't going to heal you. By the way, you never asked for healing. Press X to ask for healing or whatever keybind you have. And at the same time, you can also talk in comms. I have no idea if you asked for it. Remember the fact that I told you Bastion did 20 damage, 10 damage. Orisa did a couple of damage. Now at this moment, you decide to nade yourself, right? So you nade yourself and you don't have the nade for the Orisa 1v1 or to survive more. Literally you nade, Orisa drops. Sleep Dart missing. This requires practice. I'll go into training drill soon. And now you need to take the 1v1. If you kite to the left side, you're going to die. But if you would have played from that room, you could have been safe, could have ran to the Mega. Orisa would have been forced to chase you. Even if you die, you're essentially dragging her away from the fight that is happening over here. So if you play from here, she's kind of like close to the fight. But if you go all the way to the left side in that room that I was talking about, having a little bit of cover, you are going to force her, even if you die, at least to be outside of the fight or be like further away from it. Right now, if you're here, your best bet is either ask for help, require healing, talk in voice, help your Ana, not help me. Okay? If you're in high rank, then you know people by voice, or in your team, you can just talk like that. Like you can just go like help me, you know? You can just go like help me, and this is how a lot of people sometimes are very annoying. Sometimes you don't know their voice, right? Just say help Ana, or it's in the back, help Ana. This is what I would have called, right? I don't know if you called anything. But let's say you did all of this. Nobody's helping. You can win the 1v1 against Orisa. Leave her low. She can fuck up a lot. It's cold, so she would not hit anything in the head. Kappa. By just surviving as much as possible and having your nade. So you need to run. Like, you need to use the wall next to you as a cover to run. So if she goes left side, she goes here, you go on the other side. She starts to rotate here, you go over here. It's literally like this is a real life skill, as in you're running around the circle and a friend chasing you when you're young or whatever. The same thing here in Overwatch. You see the bullets right side, you start to walk left side. You don't look in the back. You see her left side, go right side. You know, like, okay, walk, but peek a bit more. Like, she's going to take the 1v1 with you. You can't see anything here. She comes behind you, you should have run like this. Then she turns around, you go on the other side. You know, like you're playing catch, so to say. Alright, so you could have survived that. Like, you had the nade just barely. Second thing, you had the nade now. Like, you could have waited and naded instantly. I think you would have died anyway. Like, the anti-effect would have hit her. But when the nade explodes, it takes some time to heal you straight up. I don't know why there's that small delay. Like, the anti-effect applies. Like, the nade is not instant. So sometimes the nade always goes if you die. You throw the nade on the ground and the Orisa will be anti, but you won't be healed up. So you can be careful there. I'm going to give you one small tip that a lot of people don't know is in cases like this when you're very low HP, it's faster to nade the wall that's closest to the hand you're throwing the nade with, which is I think left hand. So if you're staying over here, the nade will take some time to travel from here to here. But if you hug a wall and throw the nade here, the distance is shorter and you're going to receive the effect of the nade faster. This is why sometimes when Doofus uppercuts me in the air, I look straight at a wall and I nade the wall because like it hits me instantly rather than throwing it down. Because sometimes the distance from your hand to the ground is bigger than the distance from you to like kissing the wall in front of you. So again, run around. This is like real life skills playing catch, so to say. But you could have gone away by just staying on the left side, asking for help and other cheeky stuff like that. By the way, this being gold, high ground is usually uncontested. You as a player, when your team starts pushing in, there's a platform over here on top left. Nobody's holding you. If you learn spots like this on all maps, you're going to get away with it quite easily. So, your Bastion starts pushing, you walk over here on the payload, you go left side, you go on top of the stairs and you play from high ground. Usually people have absolutely close, they go like, high ground, forehead, I heard somebody say high ground. But they don't know anything to contest them. You hear that in top 500 as well. How many times do you watch streamers and then, or I mean streamers because you can't hear comms in pro plays. When you hear that, Zara high ground, Sigma high ground, and then you go like, what do? I don't know anything to do. Just go on high ground, bro. Hey, play here, over here, that platform, top left, easy clap. Heal up the Bastion, okay. Left, 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 left. See how much time you had to go? Left, 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 left. Always obtain map positioning, so to say. Anyway, let's continue with this. 1 minute 16. Remember what I said about going one by one? Exactly what I said in the beginning of the VOD. I think you pushed it there, you pushed it. 1 more minute. Look what I said. Because we spend a lot of time and people were like, hey, we're getting a sleeper. They use Nano, they use Bongo. They probably, this is the second Pharah ult. I didn't keep track. They use Graviton, they use Valk, they use Bastion ult. But look at this. You have Nano, you almost have Bastion, you used Hog ult, you used Valk last fight, whatever. You have these ults. See what I said about going one by one and feeding and stuff, and eventually you will have your ultimates 1 minute and they will use that ultimates at 1:30 or at 2 minutes. This is what I'm saying about not dying and how important it is. And this is why you cap. This is why sometimes you need to understand also, like, you're playing 2CP, they rush the first point, right? They have ult advantage, they snowball the second point with just like, this is how it happens. This is how tilt happens also. You play 2CP, somebody gets headshotted. Somebody else gets headshotted. They have ult advantage, they rush second point, they have 7 minutes remaining and you go like, oh shit, teammates. No dude, it's just ult economy. They have ultimates, you don't have ultimates. Understand the weaknesses and strengths of this. Like in this case, if your team was shouting at each other and stuff like that, the only thing you could say is literally regroup. This is the most valuable thing you can do in equalizing your team to have equal have like equal 6 versus 6s. Like, wait for them. What is 2CP? To capture point maps, such as they're classified as assault maps. For example, Temple of Anubis, Hanamura, maps like that. Just ask for regroup, okay? It can save you a lot of time and a lot of tilt. My guy now Bastion might be flaming. I don't know what the comms were. See what I'm talking? Like you're moving just a bit, but all the time move. Like right now, instead of staying over here in the back, you need to move in front. You have like 55 seconds. This entire section is free. Move in front, do unscope shots. In this case, this is like this is a case in which you need to do quick scope rather than unscope shots. Right now you're standing still. You see? You're standing still. You're not moving. Far over there to the left side. Imagine if you would have moved to the left side over here. Play not on this bridge, but over here where the payload is initially stopped. Maybe do an insane sleep dart onto Farah. Because this is a very easy position. Also, you can do a lot of damage to her. Like, see? Fly, sleep. Go take a dive, you know? You had good aim here. You did one shot. If you would have pushed over here to the left side where the payload originally will push, then you probably would have gotten like 2 shots on her. This smoothie is good. As I said previously, nano targets, your team comp eventually suck. I don't know how many times you pushed up. Your Sigma is about to die, you don't know if you can provide enough healing. Nanoing a Sigma that's low HP just to benefit from the extra amount of healing, considering the fact that he was also at 98% of the ultimate, which will guarantee him a lifetime, so to say. Until he gets his ultimate is the correct decision if you don't trust yourself to heal him up. So, again, you should nano, you should always think who to nano. In this case, if you press tab and saw Sigma was the 98% ultimate and he was about to die and you don't trust your healing, good nano. In case you just nano him randomly to throw it in, I don't know what to say about that. Because nano Sigma doesn't do anything. If you felt like you couldn't like keep him alive until he had his ultimate, then you threw the nano, good call. If you just threw the nano to press Q because you panicked, think beforehand. Press tab non-stop. Dude, this smoothie is amazing. Pineapple, mango, I can't even remember what. When you're pushing the payload over here, the payload on this map has like 2 sections. Has like this high ground and this high ground. When the payload reaches here, the arch, if you stay on top of the box, you can see the entrance where the enemy will respawn. I'm going to draw it in a second. So you're staying in the correct position right now, but then you drop for the recontest. Because like you're going to get a point eventually. But now you drop from the payload and you can't see the door. If you stay on top of the payload, you can see the door. Okay? Try to heal, react with the sleep dart. Normal reaction time. In this case, I don't know if you would have won the team fight, but this is gold, so a miracle might happen. If you would have stayed in front, on top of the payload, had 3 shots onto Reinhardt, you can do unscope shot, nade, stay scoped in and pocket him. Okay, so unscoped, nade, and just pocket him after. With scoped in shots. Could have saved him. Maybe they would have overextended. And then we talk about again what happened in the beginning of the VOD. They overextend to heal up to kill the Reinhardt, and they die one by one, which allows you to push the payload over here onto the other side. I'm not going to do in-depth on this. Going to go in depth on this because we've talked about this in the previous VOD about like sections of the map you want to kill the enemy so you can have more team fights. This is gold. This is just from a mechanical point of view. Stay on top of the payload on this section of the map because you can see above the bridge. By the way, I'm visibly impressed. This is me visibly impressed by the fact that you're not feeding at all. You're being a heal bot, but this is the first step to improve. See, like here also, like you just do scoped in shots. Look, mechanically speaking, scoped in shots, and then over here you can unscope, do like remove the unscope, do unscope shot, nade, and then unscope shot. Yeah, just throwing the nade. Like you can add an extra shot then. The nade was not required, that comes with experience. Here, same thing in the hopping game. Playing cover. Always think where you should be at. I'm just going to show you the position. We'll go on Rialto, mods, skirmish. Here goes this playing cover, okay? Like you don't want to be exposed all the time. So if the enemy is pushing over here, because you don't know who can hit you, like you don't know if fire is going to fly above and hit you. Here you're staying over here, like see how exposed you are from there, everywhere. Just play around this, like this can offer you a little bit of cover. In case they start contesting you, you can use this as cover. Or if you want to be very passive, just kite over here to the left side. You're eventually going to kill somebody, then you go left side, sleep, dart them, nade them, push up with your team, climb over here on top, push up with them. Like if you just stay over here and stay in the middle, then you're not essentially controlling anything, right? So always playing cover. If let's say you can't get any cover, it's better just to hug the nearest wall to you, or even the tree, and just standing still. Okay? Almost all of the times. Like over here, if you would have pushed the right side, you might have tried a cheeky sleep dart onto Mercy. That's over here inside the window. Ooh, you dropped frames here. What the fuck? Nah, this was you moving your hand slow. Also dropped some frames, I think. Over here you're pushing. See how they're dying? Arna dies, Orisa dies, 10 seconds to respawn, a couple of seconds for them to regroup to the fight where the fight will be. You know? So they're just tanking one by one, which allows you to push almost throughout all of this. Good that you're positioned on high ground here. Clap, clap, clap. If you control a high ground position, drop from it when the payload is about to go around the corner. You've played Overwatch for a fair amount of time, right? You played on console. So you know that usually fights, the fight will be here. If the payload will go around the corner being uncontested, then you can maybe drop and position yourself over here at the boxes. But in this case, if the payload is here, they will contest it. So you dropping high ground in this case is a mistake. Like you position yourself in the perfect position, and then you drop. The payload has a lot more to go over here. If you would have stayed on top, unscope shot onto Bastion, nade, and then just pocket him. Or just stay scoped in and just heal him up quite easily. Because you drop, you can't even apply the heal to him easily, you know? Also, you can look for a nade. So like, you position yourself in a good position, and then you need to understand when you need to drop and when not. Good thing that you're focusing the full Charge Zarya. Again, what would happen if you would be on high ground? Bastion sits here, heal him up. If the nade lands after the first tick of Dark's healing, does it enhance the subsequent ticks? From what I know, yeah. Any healing resource. Here, if you would have been on high ground, Easy dodges onto Hanzo. Right? Look when I talk about cover. You're in the open road. Here when you peek, what I talked early, expose from this window, over here. When you peek here, exposed over here, This is a very common angle for somebody to peek. So when you peek, you either peek every window or you like at least crouch spam or AD rather than walking in a straight line and then you realize that the strip is going to hit. Like you scope in, then you realize that the strip is going to hit. Always move left to right, stuff like that. Right now, if Diana is good, she can kill you. Unscope shot, nade, unscope shot or quick scope. Unscope shot, nade, shot again. She hit too early the first unscope shot. Good, stay in the back, waiting for heals. Interesting. Over there. This case, yeah. If you know the Bastion he has ultimate, it's going to take a long time for him to get there. They can kite out quite easily. Nano in the Reinhardt was the correct choice with Nano. But your Bastion is full HP. Your Mercy is packed in the Bastion. Take care of the Nano target. Understand who you need to heal and where you need to add resources to. For example, this is a mistake that I'm seeing when you're playing. But this again comes with experience. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions after probably. So this is what you do. You as a player. You have this dude over here that takes 10 damage and is being pocketed by a Mercy. And you have this dude over here. You do one shot to this, they still take damage and you look at this dude. And then you turn around and this dude's about to die. Then you turn around, look at this dude. Then you turn around here and then this dude dies. You stay here, amazed for 1 second. Then you look at this dude, then you heal this dude. Then you look here, understand what I'm saying? Like you either take care of the target that is about to die. It's more important to heal somebody up just enough so they don't die rather than healing somebody up full HP. And this is something that a lot of people need to understand. It's more important to keep people alive than to keep them full HP. For example, let's say I'm going to leave the bots very low now, right? So, I'm going to have two options with these. They're both going to take damage. Some players will do this. Do one shot to this. And then keep pocketing this dude until he's like full HP and stuff. But adjusting so that you know how much damage they're going to take is something that you need to understand as a support. Another example is this. He's not going to die from this, going to die from the next shot. Kappa. Like, you can do this, turn around, do this. And now you have space to do something else, right? Going to take damage, heal him up twice. Do this, do this. Do this, going to take damage, heal him up once, heal him up once. He's full HP, getting tickled by Orisa at the back line. Oh, I don't know, dude. Look at this board, look at this board. The Orisa's reloading, do one shot. That's it. That's all the heal he needs. He doesn't need to be full HP. He will not receive a medal if he's full HP. I want to receive a medal if he's full HP. I have a Reinhardt here that's half HP and I have a Genji in a 1v1. Reinhardt, one hit. Heal him up. Genji's going to take damage. Now I can just do a shot onto a Mercy low HP in front. Genji or Reinhardt? Now let's do a sleep dart. Sleep him. No damage coming to this. Heal him up twice. He's going to get back up. He's still sleeping. Do one shot here. Going to take damage now. Okay, heal him up. And reloading. I'm going to get panicked. I'm low on heal. I can't heal this because he will have a travel time. Use the nano to heal them up. Understand? A lot of players do this. This dude takes a bit of damage. You heal him once. And then you focus only on this dude. And then you go like, heal him up. Oh shit, he's taking damage. Oh fuck, he died. Give them enough healing to survive, to do their job, rather than getting them at full HP. This is how you hear also some tough I found that, especially tanks in ranked in my games also. Heal me. Bro, I know how much damage you're going to take. You don't need that much heal to do what you want to do. If you're going to walk in front over here, then I know you're going to have somebody else to like body block for you or some shit like that. Heal them just enough. Just enough. You know, don't heal them full, heal them just enough. That's where most of my avoid slots go. If somebody spams I need healing, fuck him. For example, right now, jump. By the way, I don't think I've ever seen you jump. Okay, you jump now. Jump. Don't stay scoped in. Just jump. Jump. Heal him up. Here also. You heal him up until he was full HP. Nobody was about to hit them. You needed to get into the middle of the fight. He can take the mini, he can get the heal from Mercy, or he can even see you over here at the door before he can see the enemy, rather than getting him full HP. He only needed one heal. Ryan full HP, keeping his shield up, reload. No need, like, in this case, your Ryan is not going to take any damage. Only Orisa is shooting at the Reinhardt, shield versus shield. He's not going to get that low. Keep the nade. Go on high ground, right now on top of the stairs. Instead of, like, shooting the Reinhardt and wasting your bullets. And now, you could have the nade here, maybe anti the Orisa, because the shield was placed over there on the left side. You know? Look here also. I'm going to play slow motion. About healing prioritization. So, you're closing the angle. Like, the pillar is going to close the angle anyway. If you would have been on high ground, could have healed the Sigma instantly. But right now, imagine if you would have naded. The Orisa doesn't have the shield up, by the way. Now she's going to. Now she has the shield. What if the nade you threw on Reinhardt would have been hit like right now? Smack. Right when Reaper was here. Or even wait for a bit, go on high ground, or Sigma's pushing, Orisa still no shield, Reaper will unrate, and now throw the nade. Now. You know, like you had some time to take that decision and to hit it. Also here, look, your McCree is starting to get low, they're rushing here. Your Sigma's full HP, you cap the point. Right? The longer it takes for you to kill them, and you're going to eventually kill them, the more progress you'll make, you know? Like, they're going to die one by one, they will probably not regroup, and you're probably going to snowball this point as well. So in this case, let me play this. Like, you have 0 threats, and you isolate yourself by using this wall from not healing up the McCree. And then we keep on playing this. And see, you look first at the Orisa to try to kill her, and then healing up your McCree. The longer your teammates are alive, the more value you can get out of it, so to say. Over here, see, Orisa dead, you look at her like, as in, ooh, that's a nice skin, for 1 second. Then you turn around to McCree. This is more about awareness. It's not about you swapping from console to PC. See, over here, like, now you shoot once, now you try to heal them up, but your Bastion is low. Over here, it's trying to get quite low. Try to shoot the Mercy past the shield, but the Bastion is over here still low. And your Bastion is about to die because of it. Gets the rest off. Heal up the Bastion once. Now you can maybe throw the nade. You're rushing your actions, so to say. Sometimes you're playing way too simple. Sometimes you're trying to overcomplicate it. Like, you're isolating the angles where you can heal them up quite easily. Remember what I said about target standing still. If you see somebody standing still, they probably have potato aim and are thinking what to do, or they AFK, throw the sleep dart first. If you shoot them once, you're going to scare them. If you throw the sleep dart, you can shoot right after you throw the sleep dart. Or if that's a long range and you want to be very cheeky, you can throw unscope shot, then sleep, and the unscope shot will connect at the same time with the sleep dart. Instead of doing unscope shot and then moving and then throwing the sleep dart. Using the nade in defensive manner should, like, I know you're low, but they're all pushing. Ana dead. Orisa died early. This was the Sigma. Zara's in front. Mercy dead. Like, I don't know how much you're pressing tab, but there are only 5 people here, and Reaper died very early. Nobody can do anything to you right now. And I want to get probably closer to Nano, but maybe keep the nade, walk in front, nade aggressively. You can get healed by Mercy, as for heals and stuff. I would have kept the nade probably and walk over here left side and look for a nade when somebody's going to walk out. Like, see the regrouping? That would have been a juicy nade. Ryan's going left side over here, for example, for cover. You can walk over here inside. Exactly. Over here, play from here. Good. Like, it shows that you're investing time. Look, dude, like, I'll be completely honest. You as a player, it shows that you're starting to watch how other people play, watch their guides and stuff like that, and keep up the good job. Like, there are a lot of signs that if with enough time, you will become a very good player. And this is what everybody needs to understand. It's not enough if you watch, like, the Overwatch has 14, 15 maps. You need to know every angle, every team every way to position, be flawless mechanically, not tilt, do team comps at the same time. Like, it's very complicated. I can see some things that you're applying that a lot of people would do in higher ratings. Like, it's obvious a gold player would not position themselves here only by playing the game and being in gold. Like, it's good. Add more effort and you're eventually going to get where that will be. See, like over here also, no need to rush the nade. Wait. This is because, like, you feel like you don't have enough control of the nade. Like, you haven't played Ana enough to know how much the angle of the nade, how much he needs to travel and stuff. I hope you called out. Okay, you called out. By the way, in this case, mechanically speaking, if you ever sleep dart the Zarya and you know that she has like bubbles, because she didn't use bubbles, understanding cooldown management and stuff, it's obvious that the second she wakes up, she's going to use the bubble. In this case, if she's not low HP, she's half HP and the Rein will not pin, you should keep your nade. Because if you nade, she will cleanse the effect of the nade and she might get healing. When she wakes up, she will bubble instantly. You can throw the nade after the bubble effect will wear off, which will be in 2 seconds or after you do the damage. Right now, easy nade. Easy clap. Like, see, like, now you're debating what you should be doing. Instead of like throwing the nade, you just do the damage, but you don't have the effect applied. Now on the Reinhardt? Yeah, now on the Reinhardt or McCree, sure. You're more confident in your nano usage than in your abilities usage. Strengths so far. You don't feed. You understand when to regroup. Confident with nano usage. Weaknesses so far. Not confident in ability usage. Not hugging walls properly to always have cover. Not thinking where you should be in team fights, although sometimes you've seen those positions and try to copy them, which is good. I don't know anything about your comms. And 4, not moving that much. So you have some strengths and some weaknesses. You have 2 options of improving in overall. I'm going to check the defense, but it will probably be quite short. Anyway, this is how you improve, dude. The more brutally honest you are with yourself, the faster we'll solve the problem. I'll give you an example. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you're absolutely horrible at throwing the nade. Like, if your mother would be behind you and you watch you play the video game, you would be nervous to throw the nade. You have 0 confidence in that. Like, you're horrible. That's clearly your weakest point. You don't know how to throw the nade. The second part is you don't know how to quickscope. The other part is you don't know how to move. The other part is you kind of know where to position. And a lot of people do this. They pick the least one that hurts their ego, the least problem, the smallest problem that hurts their ego the least. As in, they pick like, I don't call out that I say, I need help. I'm just going to say Yorana needs help. And then they go like, but I put so many hours into this game. I'm struggling so much to get from plat to diamond. Nothing ever happens. I'm trying to fix my team comps. My team comps also. What am I doing? When your biggest problem in this case is understanding how to throw the nade. You know? Like, this is what I'm saying. Do a list for yourself. Write the problems you have. Write things you're confident and not confident with. And work on the hardest one that hits you, because that's the one that is dragging you back the most. Who gives a fuck in this case? Again, this is a hypothetical example. It's not about you. It's about people in general and how they fix problems. It applies for low SR players, high SR players. For example, dude, if you want to be pro and you can only play one hero, you need to play other heroes. Easy clap. That's the biggest problem. Who gives a fuck if you don't know how to align the crosshair over there to position yourself in that case? You know? Like, detect the biggest problem instead of small ones. It's like you have a big wall, right? You have a big wall. And the middle part of it is missing bricks. Like 75% of the wall is in the middle is gone. And over there on the right corner, there's a tiny spot where a dog peed or some shit like that. There's a small spot over there, like it doesn't go with the color of the wall. And then I go like, I know what to do. I'm going to get and clean the wall with that, you know? But you don't see the big fucking problem that you need to admit that the problem is like with your fucking wall. It's empty, 75% of it, you know? Understand that. Let's get back to the VOD. Yeah, exactly. A dog took a shit near the wall and you clean the shit instead of fixing the wall. It takes time, enough time to clean the shit as well. Anyway. See? Smart. You think now. Stay on high ground. You're thinking that maybe stay on high ground. But then it hits you. Wait, my team is going to stay in front. It's not a good position. But this shows decision making. So it's good. You had an idea where to position and then you play from here. This is the spot to play from, by the way. By the way, against Widow. Look this big angle. Look this big angle. Move, crouch, use this as cover, use this wall as cover. By the way, you're one of the Roadhog's biggest contacts. A cool trick is, when Hog pulls, he stands still for a bit. Right? So when he stands still for a bit, I covered this in the last VOD, last one that will be uploaded on YouTube, we'll see. When he hooks, he stands still. When he stands still, easiest sleep dart of your life, bro. Play around corners, stay outside of hook range, think where Hog will be, and look for a hook. He will probably look for a hook. Excuse me, look for a hook over here. So, let me show you. Comes in. Opa, Hoggy. Hoggy. I hear the hook. Sleep. He stands still. Even if he gets the kill onto the McCree, you're going to sleep him. You know? Instead of getting to cover. Like, you heard the hook and then you went like, shit, I'm exposed. Fuck, he's gonna hook me. What the fuck is gonna happen? You know? Like, he hits the hook. Go to sleep. Then you go like, yeah, but there was a widow on top. Easy clap. Hug this wall. You can still see this without the widow seeing you. And now, by the way, you're exposed. Like, see? Crouch, AD, DA. Like, AD strafe and crouch from time to time. Because, like, the widow can get click shots onto you. Very good. Nade above the shield. See? A normal gold player wouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying. It shows that you're putting in effort. Just keep it up. By the way, you hug the widow over here. There's no reason for you to even look over here anymore. Like, their entire team is here. You hug them, you can even see them. No reason for you to check this right now. The widow is here, you're just wasting time and complicating your brain. Although good that you're acknowledging the fact that you need to check corners. Over here, like, see? You peek and you don't AD or D or crouch or stuff. You just jump. Maybe widow can headshot. Like, look, headshot. Good, you recognize, you do one shot and then you drop. Smart, smooth. Like, I can see that you're thinking what you're doing. What is unmuted on stream, dude? Good sleep dart. Can call it out. Gets the kill. This range, unscope shots and start to move back rather than staying scoped, and you will hit the shots eventually. Unscope shots. Good. When he's on the floor and this... If he is immobile... So, he's standing still. Do unscope shots. You're just wasting time, especially on shorter range. You can get more unscope shots in than you can do scoped in shots. Like, do unscope shots. Unscope shot, nade unscope shot. Easy clap. By the way, in this case, if you don't have anything to do, you can always shoot the TP because there was an angle where you can shoot it. Oh, okay. So, understand the aiming problem. But right now, what the fuck, Lucio? Unscope shot, melee, shoot the nade into the ground, and then he should probably die. Just throw the nade into the ground. Like if you're getting 1v1, good sleep. Clap, clap, clap. If you're getting 1v1, you can throw the sleep dart into the ground. Sleep dart, oh my god. The nade into the ground. So you can hit both yourself and the enemy. Like see again, like right now you're staying in the open, you don't know where to stay. Find the wall, use this for example. Good, now you're using it. Winston jumps you. Good sleep dart. Unscope shot, then nade. Unscope shot, then nade. Unscope shot in front, throw the nade into the ground. Again, like now you don't have that much cover, and now you kind of like half cover, see? So that's good. See? No cover, Widow in top. Almost died here if she would have gotten that headshot. Now you get covered. When life slaps you with something, then you realize that you need to change something, you know? Same here. You get slapped by the Widow for bad positioning, and then... Easy clap. You take measures after that happens. Unscope shots at this range. When they're very close, unscope shots. Your Sigma's low next to you. Unscope shot, but if you would have played in cover, like in this case, I would have played over here at the arch where the payload will cap. You know, like over there in the back, that's a lot of cover. Where the payload goes at the arch. Well, let's see this 1v1. Oh, I got no fade. Easy clap. Oh, she died. Never mind. Nice try. Your Reinhardt to your left, you could see on his screen he's trying to get low instead of chasing somebody over here. Unscope shot, nade. Like this is the combo you need to understand. Unscope shot, nade. And then if he's close, don't even aim at him. Aim at the floor. In this case, again, you're focused because you're in the open. You could play from here in the back or over here on top where you wanted to initially. Always have cover. Winston's frozen. Was frozen over there to the left side. On scope shot, then nade. Wait, let me mute this section because it said that you were talking to somebody. And I have no idea what the fuck you're saying, so. Like, see? You're right now in front of them. You could just... Your job is to stay alive as a healer. Stay in the back. Stay in the back over here. Find somewhere where you can stay. And then you regroup and you probably win. Good overall.